Hello guys, it's been a long time since I've uploaded anything or have you heard from me speak at all. But yeah, I decided to kind of try this again and come back. I'm sure you're wondering what happened to my channel before. Unfortunately somebody was uh, into my account. They basically hacked it, got in, and started racking up a advertisement bill. So it took me a long time to get it fixed and figured out. Excuse me. And so yeah, after I think it's been like 2 or 3 years since my last video, I decided, you know what, it was time to come back and kind of try this again. This is something new for my channel. I didn't do this before, but this is Emergency 4, or also known as like 911 First Responders. They're pretty much the same game, as far as I know. I think Emergency 4 was the overseas version of the game, if I remember correctly. But anyways, today we are in the Montana mod. This is mod version 2.5, I believe. I think is what it's called. And this is kind of my own twist on it. I don't take credit for any of the models. None of them are mine. Pretty much everything you see here is pretty much part of the Montana mod. I've just modified it to be in the game. So, for instance, like this ambulance here, this comes in this base game, but it doesn't come quite in this version. It doesn't come with this skin. Tweaked a couple of the lights to my liking, and yeah, I just wanted something different. So, kind of the same thing with the police. I kind of wanted something to throw back to the old Montana mods, so you kind of recognize this car is originally from the old one, and I just brought it over to this one. And I believe these models are Itch Boy, if I'm saying that correctly. I know this one here is from his Nostalgia mod. This one's, I believe, his as well. I think this one is too. So I don't take credit for any of this work. It's not ever going to be released. It's just my own private, fun version of it, basically. So anyways, we're gonna finish this call here. We had a petty theft call. Question bystanders and victims. I gotta send a unit over here to make contact with this guy. I like to have it very simple in the game, or in the Montana mods, so I don't have any sheriffs or state police, or I do have one game warden. I forgot, I do keep one. You have to have one of them to run the game, basically. Like, he's needed to do certain things with animals and pick up, like, illegal camping grounds and stuff, so. Alright, let's make contact with this individual here. Overall, this game is pretty old by today's standards. I think this game came out in like 2005 or 6. And this mod, on the other hand, is only about a year old. You know, this version of the mod. The original mod, the original Montana mod, which I don't think you can get anymore, is, oh man, I don't know, probably 6, 7, 8 years old. I'm not really sure. But I mean, it takes place in a small town. You don't really have a lot for resources. You know, your police department pretty much involves 4 squad cars or 5 on-duty officers at a time. Your fire department is 1 brush truck, 1 tanker, and 1 engine, and you can call for other additional resources too. And you do have 1 ambulance on the map. So it looks like we have a fall injury. We're gonna send the ambulance here. And we'll just kind of wait for the ambulance to show up. Usually I try to send a PD unit too. Just because people crowd the EMTs and medics. I think they're medics in here. They crowd the medics, and it's hard to get people moved around in the building, especially these little ones, so. Wait for police to get here. There he is. Let's turn around. Love this parking script. Makes the game a lot easier to play. Okay, we got the person down. Let's have the officer check on him. I'll park the ambulance right here. Okay. Let's keep people back here. And there's a script in this game. I think it's called a medical treatment skip or whatever. So you basically select your patient along with your paramedics. We're going to do an assessment on him. So he's conscious. Pulse is 93. What was the call? It's just a fall with injury. Patient respiration regular. 20 breaths a minute. No bleeding observed. I'm definitely not a paramedic, so I'm just doing my best here. Blood sugar's good. No allergy symptoms. 97%. I think it allows you to apply oxygen at 97%. I'm not sure. Nope, it doesn't let you. Okay. Okay, we're not able to stand up. I don't really know what they want us to do to him. Probably obtain an EKG, sinus rhythm. He's breathing good. He's pretty much got good blood sugar. I believe it said his breathing was normal. We do have to do something to him, though. It will say, like, ready for transport. I don't know. I don't think it said he had any fractures or anything. No. I don't think he was bleeding. No. We don't need a defibrillator or give CPR. He's fine. I think we're just gonna transport him. Being he did fall, maybe we'll put him on a spine ward first. You never know. He might be an older gentleman. I can't tell because he's pretty much under there, so. We'll get him on a spine board here, and let's grab one of those. But yeah, overall, feels good to be back on PC. I've had a lot going on the last few years. Obviously, the big C word, which I'm not going to say, and among other things in our world, so it is nice to kind of be back and be back into it. I will be playing other games on here as well. I do have a bunch of footage recorded from 6 Days in Fallujah. Let's send this guy to not emergent. Code 1. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh, nice driving, dude. Come on. It's an old game. You gotta give it a minute here. Send it on control. There we go. Anyways, I do have a bunch of footage for 6 Days in Fallujah recorded. I will be uploading that. I do plan on getting into GTA4 LCPDFR again. I do have a bunch of directories, and I think I have a little bit of footage from that too. I do have the intent of doing some LSPDFR again. It's just a lot of work, and I have to set it up. So, for the meantime, I'm going to kind of stick to simple things. You know, this game is relatively simple, and I can play it for, I think, about an hour and a half without any issues. Whereas, like, GTA 4, you can only play it for about an hour. I mean, it kind of depends. Kind of just varies on the day. So, yeah, on to the next call. So, it looks like we have a missing person. Marked area, minimap. I've actually never had this call in this mod, so bear with me. This is kind of my first time. I'm not even sure as to how you really get here, other than taking the highway, I guess. Okay. So we're probably going to send a couple PD units. We're going to send the ambulance, because I'm guessing they're probably injured. Whoop. And I think it's this... I don't know what this does. Well, we'll send them both. I don't know what units we gotta send. Nothing? Okay. Like I said, we are gonna send another PD unit, because I definitely feel like we need at least one more. There's enough traffic on the highways, so we'll send him code 1. Code 3, sorry. And we'll send him as well. I don't think we need the fire department or anything, so I think we'll be alright. Okay, so we're just gonna block off one lane here. We'll let the other lane go in. We'll leave the ambulance on the road here, just in case. Where are you going? Okay. Way harder than it needed to be. This is cool. I've never used these units before. Like I said, I've never had this call, so I don't even know what that's supposed to do. Hopefully it redirects. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I think for the meantime, we're just gonna wait for the search and rescue to get here. Overall, this mod is very, very cool to me, just because I grew up in a small town. I grew up in a town with less than like 2,000 people growing up as a kid, so this is definitely a really cool factor for me. You know, most of the mods for this game are more or less big cities. Not all the time, but a lot of them are. Okay, so let's empty the vehicle here. I don't really know what this is supposed to do. This is kind of cool, I guess. This is the most important part here, though. We need the dog here. Okay, so let's grab a police officer, a couple medics, and our search and rescue people here, and let's go up to the zone. Yeah, we can turn some lights off here. Oh, can't turn them off on that one. Okay. Let's send them to the top of the hill here. I'm sure they're up there. We'll leave a cop down here just in case. Like I did say, you only get limited amounts of police, so I kind of have to make do with what I got. So I kind of want to leave one of these guys free just in case. I think this is mission based, so only one mission happens at a time. But I don't care about that. Not 100% sure. Okay, go and send the puppy out. Well, that was easy. Okay. Oh, shoot. We have a deceased person. Okay, so this got a lot more complicated. So whenever you have a deceased person in this mod, you actually need to send a detective from the neighboring city. You had to send an EMS supervisor and the coroner, obviously. So let's, there's the EMS supervisor, and there's the county coroner. And I believe it's the Dillion. Yeah, PD detective here. So we got them on the way. We can send some of these units back, so we don't need them anymore. Let's send them back. We're going to leave the police officer on scene here. We're also going to... I think we're going to send the medics back. Or at least leave them on scene. But so these guys can go back in their truck. They can go back in there. Overall, this looks really good. It's definitely a throwback. This is a 98 or 99 F350 or F250, take your pick. So small I can't tell, but definitely different. Okay, you can go back. You can go back. I don't need either one of you. This is the problem. This mod plugs up with traffic really bad. You just hit this delete stuck AI vehicles and it fixes it. For a while. I think we're going to send them back to the hospital, because I don't need them. Just need the coroner. And the MS supervisor.
Here we go.
Wait for the detective to get here and we'll just send them together. It's easier. Come on. Yeah, they're too far away. Look. We'll send them up there.
It's done.
We're also waiting on the coroner here, which should be right there. Yep. But yeah, if there's any other games you guys would like to see me play, you're more than welcome to comment in the section below and let me know. Okay, so let's send him to take a look. Let's make her on scene. Alright, that's done. You can go.
Here we go.
And then... Where's the... There. I don't know if the detectives ever find anything. I know there's a homicide mission. Let's see here. Any other tasks? Nope. Okay. I know there's a homicide mission that will allow you to have the detective search. Like search a building, I think, for evidence. Oh, wrong. There we go. Which that was always really cool. I just had that one, I think, yesterday while I was playing it. Alright, we're gonna send you back on patrol. Oh, that's so annoying. Go ahead. That's pretty sweet. Oh, cool. Burlington Northern. Okay, so send them home. Pretty much we're just waiting in the corner to put the body in here, and we're good to go. You can go back to patrol. Oh, go put that in. Alright, we're good there, and we'll send the PD units back in patrol, and we'll just wait for the next one. So it looks like we have a car accident right after that call. Oh boy, looks like we got a doozy here. Alright, so we're gonna need at least 3 ambulances on this one, and an EMS supervisor, so let's... First things first, we're gonna send the fire department here. Let's send the engine, and let's, oh heck, I don't know, this is a... We'll probably just do a brush truck out here. Oh, we also need an ambulance and supervisor. And we need all 3 ambulances, because we're going to have to transport multiple people. We're going to need a wrecker at some point. We'll just put him over here. And we're going to need police. Because we have to do an investigation, I believe. Maybe not. And we got to do traffic control as well. Oh, wish it wouldn't do that. So my only gripe with this mod is that it will take the nearest PD unit, even if they're from the station. This is completely overkill, but we don't need you. 3 is more than plenty on this. Alright, so we're gonna put the ambulance here. Let's move the chief up here. Alright, I don't think you need the chief. We'll put him on scene. Yeah, this is the new chief vehicle. I just did a simple texture for her. I believe this is Itch Boy's LAFD Suburban. He did a very awesome job, and I thought it was really, really good, and I really wanted to use it for his other mods, so I just kind of brought it in here, and pretty sweet. Okay, so... Yeah, I get it, you're here. We gotta do some traffic control here. We're gonna have to also clean up oil, and let's have him put on a vest. The fire department will have park up here. This is a mess. Got too many people on the scene here. You go and put a traffic vest on. There's the EMS supervisor. Okay, first things first, we need to get the person inside the vehicle out. Which I believe what we're going to do here is try to get some vehicles out of the way. Let's get them there. Come on. Whoops, wrong vehicle. There we go. Okay, so there's our guy. Let's get him started treated. And I need a police officer here. I think we're gonna... let's see. think we're gonna put one car here. Supervisor on scene. There we go. Have him put on a vest too. You're gonna go do the investigation. Alright, what are our tasks here? Clean up the spilled oil. Tow all involved vehicles. Transport all involved persons. And treat and remove all victims. Okay, well. She's a victim, I know that. So is he. Let's have the police officer question him. Oh, maybe not. Okay, let's send him off to the hospital. You need a spine board, and you need a stretcher. Real life, you wouldn't do this. You can't pass off a patient like this, but we're gonna do it anyways, because it's a game. Okay, let's send them off in this ambulance. Get it out of here. The EMS supervisor, I guess I don't need. I thought I did. Probably real life, when you have this many casualties on an incident, you'd probably use them. Right, you're gonna go back to the headquarters. Get kind of dark, so we'll turn some floodlights on. Alright, so we're gonna transport her. And this guy as well, probably. Let's get this idiot out of here real quick. Alright. You can probably drop the shears, you don't need them. We'll send this one back to HQ as well. We gotta direct more traffic here. Let's send this unit over here. Let's try to get this truck redirected too. That's about as good as I think I'm gonna get it. Let's just get the scene cleaned up here. So the fire department, let's move this truck out of the way. Let's get this car moved. Let's get this last guy transported. I need him, actually. Alright, let's send you to the hospital. You can go back to HQ. Alright, so here's the really cool aspect, is you have to kind of clean up the scene. Whoop, wrong guy. It's hard to see, but there's oil on the ground, so let's get it cleaned up. Okay, you need another bag of oil dry. Let's have you clean that up. So I believe there's supposed to be a second vehicle. I always thought there was, but it looks like there's two, but guess not. We can send this one back. So, car accident's completed. Alright, let's get some units. Whoops. There we go. Get in. Send him back. Send him back. Oop. We'll probably just start sending our officers back. Being it's probably shift change anyways. I guess add a little realism. Plus they're all traffic vests and I'm too lazy to change them all back around. So, I think that's going to wrap up this one, guys. It was good to be back on here. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to message me on Discord, which is my Discord will be down below. It's also the same as my YouTube name. Yeah, other than that, guys, take it easy and stay safe.